All right, I'm really excited by the Pocket 2, and I've got a couple of reasons why I'm going to show you in this video, plus some audio fixes for the GoPro. Check it out. Okay, the biggest thing I'm excited about is the tracking. Because as a solo entrepreneur, having a second cameraman is pretty essential. But when you can't have that, it's nice being able to either use it remote, and I've got a video using the Canon M50 remote here. But the thing of it is, even with that, you can't really get the motion. The Pocket 2 makes it really easy because you've got the tracking, and it'll track you. You can set it up on a tripod and go ahead and have it track as you do movement. That movement alone allows the feel and look of a cameraman. So check out this example.
We have active tracking, as you can see. The cameraman is Pocket 2 itself. We've been shooting this on Pocket 2 this entire time.
Frame the subject, and the gimbal will enable active track to follow the subject. You can tap the gimbal settings icon and select slow follow or fast follow, and choose between tilt locked, follow, and FPV mode.
Okay, so the tracking is really cool, and basically you can't do that with anything else. There's some others like the Smooth, but that's using your smartphone. Actually got the new iPhone 12, you'd be much better off, obviously, because you could just connect that to, let's say, a Smooth, and then you've got that same tracking available. But the thing of it is, if you don't have that, this Pocket 2 works out really well. But one of the other biggest features of the Pocket 2, which I really like, is the audio. If you get the Hero 9, the thing of it is, it actually does really well against the Pocket 2. Here's a quick video of that. In my mind, it's not really noticeable. And the thing of it is, with what I'll be doing, I'm not going to be sitting there running all the time, right? You're just going to be doing some different motions and different scenes. So the thing of it is, it doesn't need to actually match completely. The audio on this isn't as good at all. I'm going to show you two quick fixes. But before that, the Pocket 2, check out the Pocket 2. The feature on this is awesome because the full package comes with a transmitter that automatically sets up. And that's one of the things. You get a transmitter and you put it on, you have to sync it up with your device. This is already set up and you just turn it on and go. If you look, a good transmitter costs a fair bit of change. So having this available is really cool. So that audio though, it makes it hands down a feature you'd want to have. And the distance is really good. Check out this video on the distance.
Really far away, so I feel like that must be more than enough for this tiny wireless microphone.
The guy is pretty far away, right? So you can tell the distance is good. This would work out well in a lot of different situations. If you know you're going to be far away from the camera, most of the time though, you're really not going to be that far away from the camera. The GoPro actually does a really good job, and it's going to have all the features you're going to have. It fits in your pocket. You can actually set it up pretty easily with a mini tripod, and it works really well, and it's an action cam, so you can do a lot more than you might, underwater and all kinds of other things. So really, this is a good contender. But the audio is the one thing that makes it kind of sticky. So here are two fixes for the audio. One of these fixes is just using a lav mic, and the problem with using a lav mic like this is it's pretty long, so it's unwieldy kind of sticking this in your pocket. But you can get shorter lav mics. You can basically set that up to your iPhone, and then you're recording onto your iPhone, and then you can basically clap before you start, and in editing you can line those up. So that's a really easy way to do this. The GoPro did another quick test and just took it in, put it into ScreenFlow, and then boosted the audio, and I found it worked out pretty well. I'm going to show you some clips right now. Here's the first clip, and this is just basically talking with the GoPro by itself.
Now, one of my favorite people who uses a GoPro is Joseph Bennett. And Joseph Bennett uses the GoPro on a Hobie 16. And he basically gets out there and does great on it, and he has great audio. So I asked him, are you doing anything with your audio? How do you get in your audio? And it all comes from the GoPro, and an older GoPro at that.
So we'll start off by going a bit upwind, and we'll just go for a burning lap. We'll put 1 foot under the toe strap for security. Go set the...
Now, here's that same clip, but I've gone ahead and boosted it.
Now, one of my favorite people who uses a GoPro is Joseph Bennett. Now, Joseph Bennett uses the GoPro on a Hobie 16. And he basically gets out there and does great on it, and he has great audio. So I asked him, are you doing anything with your audio? How do you get in your audio? And it all comes from the GoPro, and an older GoPro at that.
Okay, and now here's some audio where I've taken and used the Lav mic, and that's what this sounds like. Now, it did get a little, now I had the gain up probably a little too much, but here's what it sounds like.
I've gone ahead and I've got my iPhone here, okay, and I've plugged in a Lav mic, and then I'm going to have the audio going from this, the GoPro, and I'm going to test whether this audio right here could be boosted off the GoPro.
And then I went ahead and evened out, kind of boosted and evened out the audio with this one, and that's what this sounds like.
I've gone ahead and I've got my iPhone here, okay, and I've plugged in a Lav mic, and then I'm going to have the audio going from this, the GoPro, and I'm going to test whether this audio right here could be boosted off the GoPro.
I was pretty encouraged because that shows that this actually is a really good contender. Now again, it's the tracking of the Pocket 2 which really got me. And this, of course, has no tracking available. So if you wanted to have like a second cameraman, I think the Pocket 2 is a great way to go. Plus, it's really easy to stick in your pocket. It had a bunch of other features. Really, ideally, having both would be great. But if you're just thinking about one or the other, I'm going to be doing more action stuff, then obviously you would just get this. And because there's only a few circumstances where you're going to have that second cameraman look, but it's really cool when you do. But you're going to if you are just, you know, vlogging, obviously the Pocket 2 is going to be the way to go because you're going to get that audio transmitter, you're going to get clear audio. And yes, you can boost it in post, but if you don't want to hassle with that or whatever, then you can go ahead and do this. Now, the other benefit of the with the audio with this is the ambient sound. And here's a really quick clip. It just shows how much you can pick up with GoPro and then boost it. Check it out. I'm really excited by the Pocket 2, but I think if you've got the GoPro, you're going to do just fine. If you're doing different things, and if you happen to do some action scenes, you're going to be much better off. Is it really a good trade-off to do tracking? It really depends on your situation, and it's not one size fits all. If every once in a while you're going to be doing some tracking, you really want to give that kind of cool feel, and you don't want to have to do that with editing, then it'll come in really handy. I think it could come in really handy, you know, just having quick access. You can always have a couple different cameras, and if you can swing it, then why not have this set up in one location and use the Pocket 2 as your second camera, or vice versa. And I think it would come in really handy because this can go in different places and just kind of hide in nooks and crannies that the Pocket 2 you wouldn't want to, you know, in water, out of water, and so forth. So having both of those together, you can actually get the look and feel of having a second person with you filming than you could by itself. The Pocket 2 is really exciting, and as a solo entrepreneur, it can actually give you a lot more versatility and give the sense of another person being there. And I think that's the most exciting part. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.